Hi crafty friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Roxanne and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Canada. Today I will be sharing with you our August 2017 paper pumpkin kit titled Giftable Greetings. First, I just wanted to share with you all the items that you get in the kit. As you can see, you get quite a bit. This kit will make 8 cards and 8 envelopes, and one of the features in this month's kit is this gift box. So you can make the 8 cards and then you can take the box and you can put the gifts, make it a gift for somebody. And here is the pamphlet that shows you how to put it together. So I'm not going to go over on how to make this kit, but you can go to paperpumpkin.com and you can check out, there is a video, pumpkinhowto.com, and they will show you how to go through the kit and make the kit. If you're interested in becoming a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, please contact me. I'll put the link below, and I would love to have you as one of my customers. So let's get started and see what's some alternative projects. So today I'd like to share with you a few alternative projects that you can make with this Paper Pumpkin kit. So let's get started. Okay, so we're going to start with this card. So you will need a few additional supplies other than what was provided in your Paper Pumpkin kit. So to make this card, you'll need a cardstock Night of Navy, 8.5 by 5.5, and then you'll just fold that in half to make your card base. This white piece of cardstock is actually from the back of this card here. So what I did is I cut this piece here and we're going to emboss it with one of our embossing folders, and then I took the back of the card and we're just going to attach that to the inside of the card, because with the Night of Navy being dark, it is really nice to have a nice piece of white crisp paper in the middle so that you can put your greeting in there. And because this says thanks, with the stamp set that came with it, they have some inside card greetings. So I'm using the Night of Navy. It does come with a Night of Navy Stampin' Up! Spot, but I decided to use my bigger stamp pad just because it's a bit easier for me to use on the video. So I'm going to stamp It Means So Much in the middle there. And so now that's the middle of the card there. So there you go. And I went ahead and stamped the flower as well, so it looks like that. And that came in the kit. It's pre-punched, so or pre-cut, so you just have to punch that out. Also in the Paper Pumpkin kit are these 3 little flower inserts, as well as the greeting that says thanks. So to do the embossing, what I did was I took the embossing folder we have. It's this one here, Petal Burst Textured Impressions Embossing Folder. And today I'm going to show you a little technique to emboss if you don't have a big shot. So what you do is you put the paper inside your folder like this, and then you just take your bone folder and you rub it back and forth like this. And I usually just flip it over as well. And you can use this part of your bone folder just to kind of get it in really good and apply a good amount of pressure as well. So there you go. And again on the front, like that. And then when you open it up, you can see, hopefully you can see that on the camera, but now I've embossed the paper. Okay, so to decorate the card front, what I did was, after I embossed the paper, we're going to glue that at the bottom. And I do like to have a little bit of the navy poking out at the bottom. And then I took the middle parts of the flower and I added a glue dot, and I'm going to cover up those petals like that. And then I'm going to attach the greeting like this, just so it overlaps a little bit between the coral and the navy. And then to make the flower, what I did for the flower is actually cut the flower in half like this, and I put a bit of glue on the back petals, And what I did was I just offset the petals a little bit like that. And then I put a bump up, actually a dimensional there, and that's the flower middle. And now I'm going to use my tape runner, put some glue on the back and attach that just like that. And then another additional supply that you will need is the pearls. I just thought it would be cute with an extra pearl in the center there. So there you go. There's the pearl. And there's your card. For our next card, I'd like to feature this easel card, and all the supplies that I used to make this card was from the paper pumpkin kit. Sorry, actually this part here is not from the paper pumpkin kit. This is a piece of pool party cardstock, just a piece of scrap and the pearl. So other than that, all the other supplies come from the kit. So let's get started. The first thing I did is I took the card front and I scored it at about two and a half, and then I folded that back, and just use your bone folder to get a good crease so that it'll stand up really nice like that. And then put that aside. For the stamping, we're going to go ahead and stamp "It Means So Much" in the middle here with the Night of Navy. I just center that in the middle like that. And then I added these little flowers. This is a little tiny stamp that's in the kit as well. So I just pop those on. They can be used for the centers of the flowers as well. If you were making the flowers and you didn't want to add that, if you didn't want to add this little circle part here, you could use this little stamp. It's super cute. Okay, so then I went ahead and I flagged it. So you just do a snip in the middle like that, and then on an angle, cut in towards the center like that. And then the same thing on the other side. Snip in the middle, go on the diagonal there, on the diagonal there, and there's your banner. And then I just used my adhesive runner. The kit does come with glue dots, so you could use the glue dots to attach your items as well. And then I just put that about there. And then I took the flower center and I put a glue dot on there, and I line that up like that. And I just place it really lightly because sometimes I like to add a second glue dot, but this one looks pretty good, so I'm just going to press that down like that. And then so to do the card front, you have to make sure that you don't glue the whole oval down, because then when you stand up your card, it won't pop up like that all nice. So what I did was I kind of lined it up about halfway, and again flip it over, and then I put adhesive on the back bottom half of the oval, and then I line that up like that. And again, I'm just really lightly tapping that on there. And then I'm going to get the leaves. Now the leaves that come with the kit are actually stickers, so that makes it super quick and easy to put this card together. And the reason why I just tap that in lightly, because in the sample you can see I added this little fern leaf here. So I wanted to make sure I could tuck it under. So once I have that tucked under, then I can give that a good rub, so that's going to stay down like that. And then now I'm going to work kind of the card a bit flat. So what I'm going to do now is add in the other fern leaves that I have. So again, I just pick up the sticker from the page here and pop that in there like that. And then one more on the other side, going with the rule of threes for card design, well, any design. I learned that when I was working in a craft shop. One of the floral designers told me about the rule of three. Kind of stuck with me. So this part here, you can see I added a little pearl, so we're going to go ahead and do that next. And there we go. There's the pearl. Okay, and then the next thing we're going to do is add our flower. So the flowers come in a sheet, so I like to just pop it out first before I stamp it. And then we're going to use a flower petal that came with the kit. So this one's a little tricky to line up, but what I found is if you can kind of get it so it's horizontally straight, and then you just look over like that. And that's the nice thing with the photopolymer stamps, is you can see right through. So hopefully I line that up fairly straight, not too bad. So then I flip it over, and then I'm going to repeat that on the other side. And this is where you could put this little piece in. I'll show you. I'm going to cover it up with the little middle part, but just to show you, give you an idea, you can pop that little stamp in the middle for the flower. I try to just keep the supplies as close to possible as the kit without adding too many elements to it. Then that way it makes it a little easier for you if you wanted to try something you didn't have a lot of extra supplies. So I'm going to put some glue just at the bottom of the flower because I'm going to tuck it in behind like this. And the reason why I kept this flower whole as opposed to the first card we did where I cut it is that when you put the easel up, you will see the back of the flower there. So I just thought it might be a little bit nice. So if you had an extra flower, you could actually, you know, do something like that on the back if you were so inclined to do that. So then I'm going to pop that up like that so I can make sure it's going to fit behind. And for this one I want to show 5 petals so it looks a little bit uneven, not with the 4. It's although I love symmetry, this might not be the right time for that. And then I'm just adding that little flower center with the pearl, and there you go, and there's card number 2. Thanks. For our next card, we're going to do this happy birthday card. So there's a few elements from the paper pumpkin kit. This is some scrap that I had left over from cutting the first card. And for this one here, for the white flower, what I actually did is I used this color, Peekaboo Peach, I think, and then I flipped it over and I stamped it on the back. So let's get started. I'll show you how to do this one here next. Just put that there to the side. You can kind of see it. So for this one here, I took the petal stamp in the Night of Navy, and I stamped this first, so because we do have to let the flower part to dry while we're doing some parts of the other card. So again, you just flip that over like that. Ta-da! So that's that. And then for this part here, I actually got my Wink of Stella pen. It's clear. And I will have all the links below. If you're interested in purchasing these, you can check out my online shop. That would be great. So what I did is I'm just really gently coloring this in. So you can see here, I'm just kind of following the lines. You might want to just drag it into the middle as well. I am going to cover it up with the flower center, but just in case a bit of it's poking out, it kind of gives it a nice finished look. Okay, so there we go. So now I'm going to just leave that to the side, and then I just do this with my pen, just back and forth, just to clean it off so that I can get that Night of Navy ink off. So we'll just set that aside and let it dry. And then I have a piece of cardstock, Pool Party. So I just took that's 8.5 by 5.5, and we'll score that down the middle and fold it as so. And the first thing I'm going to do is ink up my happy birthday greeting. So this happy birthday greeting came from the Birthday Blossoms stamp set. And just stamp that in the bottom right corner. And that's pretty much your stamping for now. So we'll close up the ink pad, because that is a messy ink color for sure. Then the next part is the coral paper. So again, that's just a piece left over where I cut the part for the other card. So just scrap, a cute little piece of scrap. And it's just a little bit less than a third on the page. So that goes right across like that. And now I'm going to add these metallic enamel elements. And these are the silver foil ones. And they come in different sizes. So what I did is I did the 2 small ones, or smaller ones. And then I added the larger one at the end here. And can try to take some care to make sure that that's straight. That's fairly straight. There you go. No, now it's more crooked, but that's okay. So, you know, take your time. Don't rush. And that's how you do that. And we'll grab a dimensional and we're going to put that back on the back of the center there. And then I'm also going to put it on the back of the flower as well. But this one here, I'll put a couple of pop-up dots like that. Okay. And then that one, I'm just going to put it like that so you can see a bit of the coral poking out on the side. I thought that was cute. And this is just a very quick, simple, clean birthday card that you can use using up your scraps left over from your paper pumpkin kit. So there you go. Here are the 3 cards that we made using the paper pumpkin kit. Some of the scraps left over. I'm also going to show you a few other card designs that I did as well. This one here, I used the daisy punch, and then the rest of the items, the old olive twine is added, but the rest of the supplies are paper pumpkin. This is Calypso coral for the card base. This one here is a card design gone bad. So I had this idea that I could put you did it all over it. And then when I did it, I thought I did it, but it's not that great. But I thought I'd share that with you anyway. This one might be my favorite. It's kind of a floral spray. So I'll just get a little closer there so you can see it. So the oval is the blank oval that you do get in the kit. This is a card front. So all the supplies minus the Night of Navy cardstock are items that come in your kit. And yes, I went crazy. I just put pearls on everything. So there you go. This one here is, again, it's the Night of Navy cardstock. This is the coral base, and you can see the petals in this one are poking out a wee bit there. The stamp is with much sympathy. I used the petal burst embossing folder on the back of the Night of Navy cardstock, and then inside I use the white base, and that again is the back of. Here we have a congrats card. So I used this card base, the peach, added in a scrap of the coral, and then added the stickers and then the oval. And the nice thing with this one, it's already inked for you, and then again a couple of pearls just to bling it up a little bit. And then the last card is another clean and simple card. Again, I used the happy birthday greeting from the Birthday Blossoms stamp set. And here we have a piece of, this is the new in color called Powder Pink, and this is a piece of Calypso coral, and then I used the 3 centers, and then this here is the Night of Navy twine that comes with the kit to add your ribbon or your tag to your gift box. So I'm going to show you that next. There you go. So here's the card box that comes in the kit. I really like how they decorated the back of it to go along with the designs that they had inside the kit. So it's really very pretty. Could actually make a card using that as a design idea on the back. And then it comes with 8 envelopes. So you get 4 of the coral and 4 of the peach. So you could pop those in there like that, and then you can add your cards inside. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So those can all go in the card like that. And then you add the lid, super easy. And then they give you this beautiful ribbon, and there's a ton of this ribbon. So you could, if you wanted to, go around it twice like this, or not, or you could only use a little bit of it and then you'd have enough for another card box. So there's the bow there. And then here's the tag, and you can do the to from, so you could just address it to who you'd like to give it to. I'm not sure who's gonna get this. And then they've got, even the holes are all punched out, so you could just pop the twine in there and tie it. And you could just tie that like that. Now I'm not gonna tie mine because I have to figure out who I'm giving that to. And so there you go. I'll just do a little tie, I won't cut it off or anything. And there you go. So there's a nice little gift that you can give somebody special. So thanks for joining me today, and I hope you have a great day. If you do not have a demonstrator and you're interested in purchasing some of these supplies or becoming a paper pumpkin subscriber, I'd love to hear from you. Please check out the link below at my website, www.craftwagon.ca. That's all for now. Take care. Bye.